Theresa May refuses 3 times to rule out tax rises if the Tories win the election. Labour's bank holiday offer, vote for them, they say, and you'll get 4 extra days off. France prepares to vote for a new president later today as police wives march against violence. Funerals are held in Afghanistan after more than 100 soldiers are killed in a Taliban attack on an army base. And Nasty Nastase tears on court as British tennis star Johanna Konta is sworn at and abused by Romania's head coach. Hello, good morning. Theresa May was asked 3 times yesterday if she would give a commitment not to raise income tax, VAT or national insurance. 3 times she declined to rule out tax rises if she's re-elected as Prime Minister. The only assurance she would offer is that it would be worse under Labour. They, in turn, accused her of planning a tax bombshell. Our political correspondent Lewis Goodall reports now on the first full weekend of campaigning.
And they're off. Weekend 1, 6 election weeks to come. The party leaders are travelling up and down the country, traipsing to every corner of the kingdom for the 3rd national vote in only 2 years. Today, when asked repeatedly, the Prime Minister refused to rule out tax increases on VAT, income tax and national insurance for the next Parliament, as David Cameron did in 2015.
I say to people, just look on taxation, what the Conservative Party has done in government. As I said, 4 million people no longer pay income tax at all as a result of decisions that we've taken. 31 million people have seen a tax cut as a result of the decisions that we've taken.
Today is Flying Start Saturday in our general election campaign.
This early campaign twist is welcome for Labour. Every day not spent talking about Brexit and instead about issues with which they feel more comfortable, like tax, is a day well spent.
Our tax burdens will not fall on those on low income. This campaign is going to be one about economic justice for the whole of this country. That's the message we're putting out.
1, 2, 3, yay!
And for Nicola Sturgeon, campaigning in Falkirk today, this tax row is yet another stick with which to beat the Tories.
Philip Hammond was refusing to rule out increases in national insurance contributions, which would be obviously bad for businesses, VAT increases at a time when the cost of living is already increasing.
We've got a lovely sunny afternoon, so we're going to hit the streets with some canvassing.
The Lib Dems, like the PM, had expected to be talking about Brexit. But in the Lib Dem margin of Carshalton in southwest London, they're confident that their reputation as local campaigners means they can still win over the voters.
We're very happy to fight it on a broader base than just Brexit. We have some issues around schools, for instance, where this £3 billion cut that is coming to schools amounts to over £300 per pupil that's going to be lost for every pupil in the London Borough of Sutton. So those are issues on which we will fight this campaign as well.
Beware, your evenings and your weekends are no longer safe, at least for the next 6 weeks, especially if you live in a marginal constituency like this. It's only day 3 of the campaign, yet its contours are already becoming apparent. And interestingly, it's not necessarily the election the Prime Minister hoped it would be. It was supposed to be the Brexit election, yet we're already talking about traditional issues like pensions and taxation, where the Tories might be a little weaker than they thought they would be.
I couldn't understand why you called it another election, with 3 years to go,
A canny observer of politics once observed that it's the voters who set the terms of elections, not politicians. Theresa May might be about to discover how wise those words were. Lewis Goodall, Sky News.